Gardening should be in the Olympics as a sport because it takes a lot of work, okay? It's not for the faint of heart, honey. Who needs a gym when you can garden? Hi guys, a good morning or good afternoon or good night, wherever you are watching this video. I hope you guys are well. It's been a while. I know I've just been really busy being a mom and working, so I really don't have much time to record videos while I'm working in the garden. It just takes too much time and energy to record and video when you're doing it by yourself. The girls, my chicken, they say good morning as well. You can hear them in the background. All right, so this morning, it's about 7 o'clock right now. The sun is just up and I have a lot to do, but I'm only going to focus on one bed this morning to see if I can get that done while recording a video. It's my main front bed. I'm just going to like prune some hydrangeas, cut back some grasses, weed, mulch, and spray my deer repellent and just call it a day. My day's pretty hectic today, so I don't have a lot of time to really enjoy the garden. It's supposed to be 72 degrees. Right now it is 48. Okay, let me take a breath. I'm speaking so fast. I'm just trying to get through this video real quick. So yeah, let's get started. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope you guys have been taking care of yourself well, staying safe. And if you are in the garden, please wear your SPF, okay? All right, friends, so this is the bed we are working on. But first, look at this container. Look at my concrete basket. Look at these parrot tulips. Oh, they're going to be gorgeous when they come up. All right, as you can see, the weeds in this bed are popping up here and there. It's not as bad, but I need to get control of it before it gets out of hand. My tulips are up, not all of them. Right now, I am not a fan of these tulips. They do not stand up straight at all. They just flop. They just flop all over the place. So we shall see. We shall see. But these these ornamental cabbages, I don't remember if they were cabbages or kale. I honestly don't remember. They are still up and they're still doing amazing. They are getting ready to bolt because the temperatures are warming up. Once they bolt completely, then I'll take them out. So all I'm going to do in this bed is cut back the grass, trim back my hydrangeas, and weed and mulch this area. If you have a hibiscus in your garden, do not cut it back, okay? Wait until you see new shoots pushing up from the base, and then you can cut back the old stems. Right now, this will be the last thing in my garden to come up in spring. Normally towards the end of spring, that's when they wake up. So don't be alarmed or worried if you don't see any new growth while everything else is coming up. All right, so that's it. I have some alliums as well. One right there. There's a patch back there and, oops, a patch right there. I also need to give my bird bath a good scouring. I need to scour this, clean it, and seal it. So that's what I have planned for this bed. Okay, so now to the left, I have a lot going on over here, a lot. We'll discuss that in another video, okay? Yeah, that's a whole nother topic, honey. The garden will be a mess before it looks beautiful. It's a process, okay? Not everything is always well put together. So let's get started. So when it comes to pruning my hydrangeas, I use a number 2 pencil as a guide. Anything smaller than the thickness of a number 2 pencil, I cut out. Because those are very weak branches and they cannot hold the head of the blooms. It's very simple. I keep it very simple. I try not to overcomplicate things for myself. So anything smaller than a number 2 pencil, you cut it out. Anything in the middle that's like crossing over, rubbing on each other, I cut out as well. And that's that. I try to keep the inside of the plant airy so it doesn't have a lot of black spots on the leaves, because sometimes in the summertime, especially here in zone 7 when it's very hot and humid and you get some rain, the leaves they start to change and they get black spots on them. So I try to have this airy. I try to treat my hydrangeas as if they were roses. I am not a fan of roses because they are high maintenance and bougie. However, I do have some coming this next couple days. All right, so that's all I do. Remember, a number 2 pencil as your guide. Cut out anything that is smaller than that and try to keep the inside of your plant open and airy. This right here is my garden nemesis. This is a wild onion and they are everywhere in this bed. They come up in spring and then eventually they fizzle out, but it's hard to get rid of them. I've been trying for the past 3 years and nothing works. I've tried Pruned, you know, a lot of you said to put down Pruned, I think that's what it's called. It's like a pre-emergent or something like that to prevent weeds from coming up. It doesn't work because they travel underground by rhizomes and they just keep coming back. So I just have to work with them. If you can't beat them, join them. So I just let them do what they do. When groundhogs or the deer like graze against them, it gives off this onion smell, so they leave things that's around it alone. So even though I don't like the way they look, they do help protect my garden in a way. So I'm out of breath. The sun is just now making its way around the house. This bed is south facing and I'm almost finished. This is the compost I'll be using as my mulch. It's leaf grow and it is a soil conditioner. I have clay soil. I've been using this for years and I swear by this stuff. This bed was nothing but red clay and it's really transformed this bed. Now it doesn't happen overnight. You have to be consistent and use it every chance you get. I also put it in the holes when I plant my plants. This stuff is really, really good. I know you can find this here in Maryland because it's made here. Delaware, Virginia, maybe some places in Pennsylvania, DC. I'm not sure where else you can find this, but you can look online on their website. This is good. All right, friends, so the sun made it around the house. So this bed is pretty bright, but I hope you guys can see. Everything looks so great. The yellow tulips against the black mulch looks amazing, okay? It looks so fresh. I put back the rocks, swept the concrete. It's not 100%, but I'm in a rush. It looks great. Everything looks so good. So fresh, beautiful, ready for spring. So it's one thing off my list. Now with this juniper, I normally get asked questions here and there on videos like, isn't it too big for the space? Eventually, will it not get huge and outgrow the space? So it's at maximum height right now, perfect height. However, it can get to about 4 feet wide, 3.5, 4 feet wide. So what I normally do, I go down at the base. And I just cut around it and cut out like one of these stems to control the width. And I do that like every other season and it's been fine. I love it here and I will never move them. It just does something to the space. It's just perfect and I love it. So right here, I stopped the mulch right here because I'm going to be working on this area. I'm going to be planting up this area. I'm waiting for those daffodils to bloom so I can remove those containers. It's going to be roses baptisia, peonies, just like a cottage feel to go back into this area that I'm trying to make look and feel like a cottage garden. So I have a lot of work to do there. I got to restain the fence, so we're just gonna do that in another video. But so far everything else just looks amazing. I don't know how well you guys can see me, but I forgot how much it takes to move a wheelbarrow of mulch, or if you have them in bags like I do. I have them in bags for my convenience to move them around. Listen, gardening should be in the Olympics as a sport because it takes a lot of work, okay? It's not for the faint of heart, honey. Who needs a gym when you can garden? So that's it for today. I'm gonna go in and shower and start my day. It took me about 2 hours, a little bit longer than I expected, but it's one less thing off my list. I'm excited for the season. I have a lot of plans, but I am not trying to get ahead of myself, because even though we have a lot planned, sometimes we just never get it done. Anyway, I'll see you guys in another video. Keeping my fingers crossed that I do not disappear again for a long period of time. So until then, I see you guys. Bye.